Hey, that boy. Hey, go look at that division. He ain't even gonna win the division. He's struggling out to come in first place. I know that Vikings nigga give you the business that week one. You better whoop his ass next time y'all play. Nah, I talking about ISI. He got the Packers. Yeah. You Mayweather senior. You trying to say? Nah, you see, all he do is sit in the corner. He don't put no work in. He'll put no work in when the bright lights come on. Damn.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, that definitely don't count.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Brandon, I know it's hard to believe sometimes that a guy who was rated in the top 5 running backs in the draft could be a little bit underrated, but I thought that about Cam Akers. One of my favorite runners in this draft. We just saw that ability right there. Great vision, terrific speed, has the power to run through tackles and make big plays. Remember, he was a #1 high school kid coming out. Now he's exhibiting that talent in the NFL. I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and
Man, all that
snatch
cheating
that pass
shit.
myself. That
Oh,
thing
you
is
know what, love?
so
We found out. Remember, he kept saying the running back had a star trait, a hidden trait or something.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to
That
see
was on the
more
Jags. It was a running back on the Jags that had a trait, but it
receivers
wasn't the
out
running
there.
back that what's his name that he had.
Here's 2nd and 10
Uh,
now from about
as-
the 32.
ain't in that. That's just
And
cheating,
now some
bro. That
motion
too.
before the snap.
He do what he
And this will
want,
be
but
our first
it's just when
penalty
you
of the
cheating.
night's
If you cheating, you
proceedings.
cheating, man.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off on a safety, Jarkowski target. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? These guys creating holes,
King had me cracking up. He was like, he said, Noit called him. And he was like, talking about the whole situation. He was like, well, our league going to suffer and y'all league going to suffer. King said, oh, no, sir, my good man. He said, our league is going to be good. He said, we just opened up spot for you.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Across the choke into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. I mean, if you mess up, sometimes, you can own up to it. Like, we all make mistakes. Like, the fact that the shit that, yeah, that's true. But the shit that I guess rub this side the wrong way is like how niggas co-signing this shit like it's okay. Like, I know that's your man's and all.
Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Oh wow.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20.
Ah, that's my fault.
Touchdown,
Fuck.
LA. Cam Akers, 70
Man, I'll let him
yards.
get that shit
And the
off,
Rams
man.
are an extra point away
my
from
fault. My
tying up
bad,
this
Tim.
football game. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. First down and a little extra for Mostert. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. that's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Yeah, the only reason why I reached out when you chopped it up long was I felt some type of way. The nigga trying to make it seem like we disrespecting some dead. I was like, you know what I mean? That ain't my style. I don't move like that. Like that's
to about the 44-yard line. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
Yeah, my best friend got killed in front of me, so that's not the type of shit I even come close to playing with.
But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
Yeah.
37. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That'll be caught by Cup, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern, because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well.
Yeah, because that's the one who do real estate, right?
They think he might be on
because man, he was chopping it up before about doing something.
There's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Up until the last 5 weeks of the 2019 season, if you had said, who is Tyler Higbee, you might have got some blank stares back. But down the stretch, only Julio Jones and Michael Thomas had more targets in the final month of the 2019 season. A breakout year for Tyler Higbee. He expects to continue.
Wow, he caught that with one hand. Good catch.
Going forward.
23 yards, the final tally.
23 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle.
But that call makes sense, because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And it's complete.
Wow, he caught that.
Touchdown Rams. Deshaun Jackson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. This is Mostert. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. Play action. Now it's Locke. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
George Kittle is easily one of the elite tight ends in the NFL. Back-to-back seasons of 88 and 85 catches. We just saw another one right there. Anytime he lines up on the field, you better treat him as a primary receiver and make sure you have a second guy in the vicinity to try and cover him.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now to the air, Locke. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Yeah, he keeps saying low ball.
There's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing a Stafford.
Come on, that should have been a pick right there.
Incomplete. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
It's 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Here's Stafford. That's caught by Jackson. And this effort won't be enough
that ball,
as they
baby.
rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him
defense,
for
fellas.
3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line.
Who that? Who you talking?
So
Who you talking about?
Possession here on the punt, and the Niners will go on offense. First and 10.
And the crazy part about it is I met him before you know what I mean? And out of everybody, like, you the only one I talked to. And like I said, only one I really did, because I know everybody said he was cool with what's his name, nephew, and how he tried to paint it. Like I said, I wasn't feeling that shit. Like I don't play with shit like that, man. Like we don't play with death, and I don't play with nobody dead people. I don't want nobody playing with my dead people. None of that shit. Like, especially over a fucking video game where you was already in the wrong, dog, and then you try to make it seem like it's me versus you when that ain't the case. Just own up. Like, I mean, fuck. Ain't like niggas gonna stop talking to you. We gonna clown you. And we said that when we was all in the chat that time. I said we gonna clown you about it. I mean, yeah, you got win. Yeah, right.
Running back Raheem Mostert. Still won't go down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a pick.
Yeah, it ain't nothing personal to that sense. Like, it only got personal with me when I had him and one on the phone. I'm hearing how this nigga talking. Like, nigga, I don't even know you. I don't know you for you to be having that in you. I ain't do nothing to you.
I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down.
So I just left it alone.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, a former Golden Bear from nearby Cal, Deshaun Jackson. With it is Jackson. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Stafford, right side, caught by Jackson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Stafford. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him as he pulls it in. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Cooper Kupp had a big season in 2019. Also saw the emergence of tight end Tyler Higbee for the Rams. He really jumped up his game about the last month of the season. But when it came time to ring the bell and get into the end zone, the Rams still looked towards Kupp. 10 touchdowns in 2019.
Come on, they didn't let me jump.
With great precision and intelligence.
That's
now
great.
The Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Stafford steps away to his left. His throw caught.
Wow, he wasn't past the line of scrimmage.
He'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have broken our ties. They take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Ran 5 yards past the line of scrimmage. They still let him throw that shit.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Block. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one.
Yeah, he said
this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On play action, lock.
Come on, catch the ball.
After almost being intercepted.
Yeah, I was.
Great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here comes the
I thought a little too late.
Should have
hit him like he was right in the pocket.
Time. Here's Jackson to return. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Going right back to Akers. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford.
Oh, come on. Look at this. I've been pressed triangle to jump.
He's going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down LA. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Off of play action, here's Stafford.
Get in front of that. Come on.
Higbee, the tight end.
You're supposed to
And
pick
this will
that.
move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 17-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Pick that.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Oh my goodness, that was a pick. Come on.
Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. ground. It's Akers. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the gun on 3rd down. Stafford. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Akers. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Again, it'll be Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
From the 5, 3rd and goal. And he takes it across for a touchdown. Cam Akers.
That's some bullshit.
With his 2nd touchdown of the game.
He damn sure ain't make
5th
it in
on the
there.
year. And the Rams add
Played
on
up,
to their
but
lead.
man definitely gave him that one.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
29-yard line.
Flush to his right.
Oh, get out of here.
It's intercepted.
Come on.
Picked off around the 37. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's
I'm trying to roll
right-handed,
the
but
quarterback.
is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A strong running. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Here's Akers. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
I remember covering Robert Woods in college at USC, and consistent was the word that was always used about him.
Maybe we should have added dependable as well. Over 1,100 yards each of the last 2 seasons. This guy studied to be an NFL wide receiver while in college and has carried that over to the NFL. A pro's pro. This guy plays as hard as anyone in the league.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Oh, come on.
By the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And the return starts
that's my fault.
at the 39-yard line.
Interception by the Rams. They'll take over first and 10.
Yeah, I should have been. That was tough for me.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they'll begin by running the option. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. Off-play action. Block. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
At the 43-yard line.
Block going to throw. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lock. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down. Block working out of the gun. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. They fake the handoff, now Lock. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A 24-yard touchdown. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. And this is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw. So
down a couple scores, only one timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
First down.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Going for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first and 10, here's Locke.
Oh my goodness, what kind of pass was that, Locke?
Picked off by David Long.
Nah, he been doing his thing. He's just rusty. Nah, he get it done for me.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try
He's got to get back to playing more. That play is so goddamn long.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone.
Yeah, you got to.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
At the 14-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Locke. That's going to be caught by Samuel. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Mostert. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
I'll call Mostert.
Breakout season in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger, to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16.
Sound low. I still got my mic, my sub playing through my headphones.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Off the play fake. Block. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Block off a play action. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation
that's
throw
my
deep
fault. I shouldn't
downfield.
do that. I tried it, though.
Well, a return will be stopped at the 30.